welcome back to another video. Thanks for stopping by, and I am so excited to share what my new tray is going to be. So this is going to be my July-August tray. Girl, with the weather that we have been having here, this heat is outrageous. I know in my previous perfume tray, I was all ready, for my hot girl summer, ready to pull out all of my fruity florals and all of my fun fragrances. I had to pack that up real quick the minute the thermometer started reading 98, 99, 103. I had to switch my trays and pull out all of my freshies. And I realized, I'm like, oh, I could make this into another aesthetic tray. So I tried to find some of my kind of white or clear bottled fragrances. Really, what this tray is going to be evoking is a white t-shirt vibe. Fragrances that are very fresh, clean, aquatic, some citruses, and a whole slew of white florals. I mean, this is like an obnoxious white floral tray. I mean, there's neroli, there's jasmine, there's gardenia, there's a whole lot of white florals because I am a big fan of white florals. There's something about it that just when mixed with citruses, when mixed with neroli or orange blossoms, it just creates a beautiful, beautiful, fresh, clean scent, which I think is perfect for this heat wave, this never-ending heat wave that we've been having. And I just genuinely love wearing these types of fragrances during the summertime anyway. I am a freshie girl, so this tray just screams to me. So the first one that I wanted to share with you that I'm wearing, this is going to be my July-August tray, I should say. So I'm going to be wearing these for pretty much the rest of the summer. I have quite a lot of them. I have a lot of big bottles, so I feel like it's appropriate to just reach for these. And even in July, even in June, I found myself just reaching for and like doing little sneak sprays of these fragrances. So yes, this is my July and August tray for 2025. First one that let me share with you guys is a classic, of course. If anyone's been here for a while, y'all know that I am a clean fan. I'm a clean girly. This is one of my all-time favorite. This is Warm Cotton. This is a staple for summertime. An absolute staple. This is a repurchase, actually. And when I repurchased it, it came in a pack of 3. It was like a little variety pack with 2 other fragrances. I think it was Clean Laundry and I forget the other one now. But Clean Cotton, Warm Cotton is what I have left. And truly because this is a beast. Do not underestimate Warm Cotton. Despite the fact that it is a very fresh, laundry, aquatic scent, this is a beast. This has very good longevity. It wears close to the skin. It's not a very far projecting scent, but it does last a long while. Like truly, this lasts like a whole 10, 8, 10, 12-hour work shift for me. And this is great for hot weather because of how obnoxiously clean it is. It's a very, very fresh and clean scent. There's a lot of citruses. There's a cotton note in this as well. If anyone remembers, there was like Bath and Body Works Sea Island Cotton. It kind of sort of is like that, but it leans much heavier on the aquatic qualities and much heavier on the citruses. And what I like about Clean Cotton is that as it dries down, it has a very warm, musky scent. So think of it like clean laundry, clean clothes that's been, worn in just a little bit by the end of the day. I love this fragrance. I love wearing this during the summertime heat, and it performs well in times like this when we're having a heat wave. Longtime fave and another repurchase. This is JLo's Glow. This is a beautiful white floral, musky white floral with a lot of powdery notes, powdery qualities to it. There's rose, there's musks. This smells so good. There's white florals, there's citruses. I believe it's freesia or jasmine for the white florals. I think it's jasmine for the white florals. There's jasmine, and I believe maybe some neroli and some citruses. Like I said, all of this tray is going to be featuring a lot of the very repetitive fragrance notes. But all in all, what this smells like in combination, it reminds me of a clean bar of soap, or maybe even Nivea lotion. It's a very, very cozy, clean, comforting scent. Perfect for hot weather. I like to wear this to bedtime. I feel like it's very nice to just give it a couple spritzes on after you shower, just to kind of extend that clean smell, or that clean, cozy feeling at the end of the day. And then you just lay in front of the air conditioning and try not to die. Longtime favorite is J'adore by Dior. And this is the original one that was created in 1999. This is a new formulation that I purchased like maybe 2-3 years ago now. I think 2 years ago. But I still love it all the same. I find myself not wanting to go through this bottle too quickly because it is very expensive. I bought this discounted, but it is very expensive still. But this is a beautiful, oh my God, such a beautiful fragrance. This is my mom's like signature scent. This one and Chloe, the eau de parfum. Whenever I wear those two fragrances, I think of my mom. But I absolutely love J'adore. I can see why it is such a well-loved fragrance as well. It's a beautiful combination of of aquatic fruits and white florals, and maybe just a hint of like muskiness. Really, this is a very fresh and aquatic scent, but very, very, very classy. And it's such a classic scent. When you smell it, you immediately think of J'adore. This is a beautiful combination of melons, citruses, pears. There's like a bouquet of white florals in the dry down. I predominantly get jasmine, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's maybe some freesia or like rose. At the time, like I feel like in the 90s, they just threw all the fragrances, like I should say, all of the floral notes together and just combined it into such a well blended fragrance. It truly is one of my favorite. I love reaching for this year round, and I should say this is actually a great fragrance year round. It's heavy on the florals, that it has some body to last over the winter season, but it's still very light and still very easygoing and not oppressive in the summertime. And I think it's just because of the aquatic nature of it. I can see, if brides want to have this for a summer wedding, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. You take this for honeymoons or luxurious vacations. Or if you are like me and you just want something nice to go and spritz on before you go to work. But I love J'adore. Absolutely love it. Next is Philosophy's Feel the Flowers. This was a random purchase and like a very successful random blind buy a couple years ago. It is discontinued from what I found out, sadly, and I can't find it again. So I'm going to use this up as much as I can. I have no clue what's in this. No clue. And I know I'm not alone when I say how annoying opaque bottles are, like completely opaque bottles. You can hear some juice left. Well, I should say quite a lot of juice left, because when I found out that it was discontinued, I kind of pumped the brakes and stopped I was spraying it so heavily, because I really do love this scent. It is a beautiful, fresh, green floral fragrance. It honestly smells like a field of flowers. It not a natural field of flowers, maybe a virtual field of flowers in virtual reality, but a beautiful, beautiful field of flowers. There's not that many notes. I honestly think that it's probably just peonies and flowers and generic green notes, but that's okay because it smells so good. It smells like a very fresh floral soap. It's so lovely. I'll probably wear this from time to time because, like I said, it's discontinued. I genuinely can't find it anywhere, and I don't really want to pay an exuberant amount of money for it. So I'll just wear it from time to time whenever I feel like it. Next one is Ellis Brooklyn's West, and I love this fragrance. I know I don't have much wear in it, mostly because I like to wear it when it's very hot. I featured this in a previous perfume tray, but I love Ellis Brooklyn's West. This is a beautifully juicy orange fragrance with a really nice, powdery, clean, woody dry down. It's heavy on the citruses. It's very fresh, a little aromatic. Yes, a little aromatic, because when I say that this is very much a unisex scent, it is a unisex scent. I can see either a man or a woman wearing this. If men were to wear this, oh, this smells so sexy on a guy. This is like a sexy orange. Like a very sexy, clean orange. I love it so much. I honestly cannot remember too much of the notes. Really, what I get to my nose is just oranges or some sort of nondescript citrus and wood. Could it be sandalwood or cedarwood? Maybe some amber, because there's a warm quality to it. It's not just a very fresh aquatic. I should say, like, it's not an aquatic juicy type of citrus. It's a juicy citrus in the opening and a very warm, powdery, woody dry down. I absolutely love it. I bought this because I was looking for something similar to Atelier's Cologne's Orange Sanguine, and this was compared to it. It is very similar. The dry down is what makes it different, but I love it nonetheless, and I love the Ellis Brooklyn's bottles. They're so pretty. They're very classy, and the magnetic top is to die for. Next is another longtime favorite of mine. I've had this bottle for quite some time, about halfway through it now. I don't know if you can see the dent. Yeah, I'm like halfway through the bottle here. This is Banana Republic's Gardenia and Cardamom, and this is a gorgeous, warm, coconutty, tropical floral, white floral fragrance. White floral in the sense that it doesn't smell like soap. I think there's a lot of tropical florals in this to kind of elevate it and give it something that is almost like a lotion, or even like a very, very nice, expensive sunscreen. I've seen on Fragrantica and Parfumo that they compare this to Tom Ford's Soleil Neige, or no, Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc, the one that's kind of smells like sunscreen. And I can see that. I can see that definitely. I think this one leans a little sweeter, if I'm being honest. I can speak for Gardenia and Cardamom. It is a beautiful fragrance, beautiful fragrance. When I say this, every time I say this, I don't necessarily get cardamom. I get coconut. I feel like they should have changed the name to Gardenia and Coconut, and I would make the connection. I do get Gardenia because there is something that's green and kind of creamy, like lotion-like, and I know Gardenia can have that lotion-like quality or that creamy quality. And then there's a lot of like tropical florals, like ylang ylang or jasmine or whichever. It's beautiful. Beautiful fragrance. It smells like vacation time. I absolutely love this. I love wearing it in the summertime because this makes me think of sundress season. Like when I wear Gardenia and gardenia and cardamom, I think of a beautiful white sundress. Absolutely love it. Now, I know you guys peep that blue cap in the back, right? I know you see it too. I feel like you cannot have summertime. You cannot start your summer season without this classic, without Dolce & Gabbana's light blue. I'm going to let the dent speak for itself to show how much this is a staple in my summer fragrance collection, my summer fragrance wardrobe. The same way how you have like your favorite pair of shoes to wear for the summer season, your favorite summer sandals, you know, that the pair of shorts that make your butt look great. Light blue is that for me. It's like a classic. It's so easy wearing. This was my dumb reach for the month of July so far. Truly, like if I wasn't sure what to wear, or maybe if I was running late to work and I just needed a quick little spritz of something, you know, refreshing, I would just reach for light blue. It's very inoffensive. It's very clean. It's very, you know, it's very bright, citrusy. I do really love light blue. I feel like such a plain person for saying that. But what can I say? My nose likes what my nose likes. And it's a classic. It's been around for so long, like 15 years now. Because I remember when it first launched and they had the advertisements were like plastered everywhere, like in magazines, in TV commercials. If you ever went to the city, you would see it on like massive billboards, like those two like gorgeous, like wet, sweaty models. Like they leaned heavily into the marketing for light blue. It was genius marketing back then. I will say, once I'm finished with this fragrance, and I am close, I have maybe just a few more wears out of it, I think I might give myself a break from light blue. I've been wearing it for a very long time, and I kind of want to try the flankers. I see that they have the beautiful, oh my gosh, that beautiful white and blue, like mosaic bottle. I forget what it's called. Capri? Or it's the newest flanker, but I want to try that one. And I will say, this may seem like a little strange. I liked pairing this with this oil, amber, and pear from Sand and Fog. And this one I bought because they say it's inspired by Pear Ink from Juliet Has a Gun. Now, when I was wearing either one of them, something about this style of fragrance and Pear Ink made me think of light blue. And I thought like I was going crazy. I'm like, why am I thinking of light blue with Pear Ink? Or in this case, with amber and pear. And I've tested Pear Ink whenever I would go to the Sephora. Something about their like fragrance breakdown where it's like juicy fruits in the opening, some nondescript florals, and then a very molecular style musk and wood combination in the dry down are very similar to each other. So like if I would say Dolce & Gabbana's light blue was like a product of its time back in, you know, the late 2000s. Yeah, I think like late 2000s. I would say a more modern version of it would be Juliet Has a Gun's Pear Ink. They are not dupes. They don't smell like each other, but they're very similar profile and scent style. And I absolutely love Pear Ink. It's been on my wish list for a long time. I just never purchased it. But I would say that I might retire light blue. So if once I do, I may go towards the flankers or maybe pick up a bottle of Pear Ink. But I don't know, because I have amber and pear and I'm very, very satisfied with this scent. And they actually layer very nicely together too. So we'll see what I think. Next is another Dior fragrance. This is Pure Poison. I absolutely love this fragrance. I'm going to be like so repetitive in this video. I'm sorry, guys. I love all my perfumes. What do you want me to say? I love all my perfumes. I can't help it. Dior's Pure Poison is, to my nose, a masterpiece of a white floral fragrance. Like, this is the pinnacle of white florals. I am a noob. I am a novice. My nose has not fully, matured. I've not smelled niche style perfumes. So please take what I'm saying with the biggest grain of salt. This is based on my little collection, my little collection and what I'm familiar with. But I say this, I absolutely love Pure Poison. It is a beautiful bouquet of white florals. It's jasmine, it's gardenia, it's orange blossom. There's some citruses, there's some clean musks, and I believe like cedarwood in the dry down. Absolutely, I love cedarwood and sandalwood. This is like the cleanest white floral fragrance that you can get. And this is coming from somebody who's a fan of Gucci Bloom, which is a, very obnoxious white floral. But while Gucci Bloom leans towards, the heavier, spicier, fresher, greener white florals, this one is toned down with a very warm blanket of citruses and woods. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's a classy fragrance. My mom gifted this to me, or I guess, yeah, she gifted it to me because I like to help myself to her own little perfume wardrobe. But she said that even though she likes it, she said that she got a headache from it and it was very strong. And I agree, this is a very potent perfume. And I think that's common with a lot of the Poison line. This has some body to it. Lasts during the winter season, but this has good projection and good longevity for the summer season. And that's when I usually like to wear it. I actually tested this on once. That's how I fell in love with it. I just gave it like a quick spritz without even thinking about it. Walked outside in the summer and I'm like, wow. I kept smelling. I'm like, what is that? What is that? What is that smell? That smells so good. And then come to realize it was me. Yes, that's how I fell in love with Pure Poison, and it's been in my collection since. I quickly turned around and asked my mom if I could have it, and she was okay to give it to me, so thank you, Mom. The best closet to shop at is your mom's closet. The best store to shop at is your mom's closet. I'm telling you, regardless of your age, whether you are 15 or 50, the best closet to shop at is your mom's closet. Next on my tray is Elizabeth Arden's White Tea, and I haven't reached for this since last summer actually, which is a shame. So I'm definitely going to give this some wear. I really love this fragrance. I got down to about here the last time I wore it, and this is a full 100 ml bottle. This is a fantastic, fresh, green, aromatic fragrance. This smells luxurious, and I got this for $20. When I say I highly, highly impressed, I feel like Elizabeth Arden, they make some fantastic fragrances, and when you can find them discounted, and these are very, very easily and readily available, whether you are shopping online or if you go to, discounted stores. I bought this for $20, and I'm not mad at it at all. This smells so good. This smells like a clean spa. This smells like aromatherapy, herbal. It's very, very refreshing. This is the pinnacle of like a white, crisp t-shirt, or maybe even like a clean white robe, like those fuzzy cotton white robes. Walking around in like a air-conditioned hotel, sipping on cold, crisp water. Can you tell? It's so hot here. I'm like fantasizing about cold water. But I love this. I love this. It is very aromatic. There's, I think, lavender or sage. There's tea. There's musks in this. There's probably some wood in the dry down. Funny enough, I don't get any florals. This is not necessarily a floral fragrance. There's no jasmine from what I can pick up. No jasmine or rose from what I can pick up. but it is very aromatic. I also think that this is a fragrance that could be unisex. Sometimes I think this smells a little bit like a shaving cream. I think it's probably because certain men's fragrances use aromatic notes like lavender, sage, or even basil. And that's what I get from it, but I love it nonetheless. Beautiful fragrance, perfect for summertime, perfect for hot weather. On the side here, I have Mont Blanc's Signature. And this is another like underrated gem. I don't see a lot of people talk about Mont Blanc's Signature. I think there was like maybe a little hype back then. People I saw online, people said that this smelled like a creamsicle. And I think that's where I think when people bought that thinking that it was going to be more of a gourmand fragrance, and a lot of people were probably disappointed. This is not a gourmand fragrance. I don't think this smells like a creamsicle, like an ice cream or a dessert in that sense. This is very creamy, actually. This smells more like a lotion. If I were to categorize it, I would say that it's more of like a sweet creamy floral, a sweet musky creamy floral. It is very sweet for a floral fragrance, and it does lean heavily on vanilla, but it's not a vanilla where it's edible, nor it's not a gourmand style vanilla. Now, I say all of this, but that doesn't mean that I don't like it. I actually really love this fragrance. I really love Mont Blanc Signature. It's very, very classy. It's very easygoing. This is one of those fragrances where if you're not sure what to wear, or if you're not the type of person to have many fragrances, this can get you from day to night, year round. This is a signature scent. Truly, like in and of itself and in the name, I think that the naming and the marketing is genius. It is a signature scent. It's a very clean, sweet, floral fragrance. Very feminine, very cute. There's clementine in the opening. It's a very sweet and like slightly juicy clementine, but it's rounded out with very creamy florals. I would say like there's gardenia in it, but I think there's something like ylang ylang as well. And then it has a dry down of vanilla to really warm the fragrance up. I love, love, love this fragrance. I don't give it enough wear. That's like my biggest fault, is that I don't reach for this enough. It's not that I forget it or I put it on the back burner. I just don't reach for it enough. So we're going to change that. And I'm going to wear it for my July and August tray. And it looks really nice with all of my other white fragrances. And like I said, this wears nicely even in summertime. Probably not in 100 degrees weather, but if when we have our cooler 80 degrees and 90 degree weather, then I'll be reaching for Mont Blanc Signature. I have a couple more oils that I'm trying to reach and wear this month. So these are, I know it's like a hodgepodge of like oils. So this one here is Violet and Sandalwood from Sand and Fog, and this is one of their best sellers. This is inspired by Mojave Ghost from Byredo, and you know what? I think I was quick to write this off when I first wore it, but I ended up really falling in love with this fragrance. I can see why Mojave Ghost is so popular, and I can see why this dupe is one of their best sellers on their websites. This is very nice. It's very, very pretty, very classy fragrance. It's clean, but without having to rely on citruses nor aquatic fragrances. Aquatic notes, I should say. Now, it's very, very violet forward. And I struggle with violet from time to time, but I like how it's done in this style. It's very, very fresh, very airy, maybe even like aromatic. And then combined with that sandalwood note, it's not a a creamy type of sandalwood. It's a very, I almost want to say like astringent, like it's almost sharp, but in a very, very nice way. And it's that type of sandalwood that you would get in like that Le Labo style fragrance, that Le Labo style Santal 33 type of sandalwood, where it's like slightly pickly, slightly sharp, but very clean nonetheless. It's kind of musky. It's a little powdery because of the purple florals. I could not, you know what, I could not tell you the notes for this fragrance. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I think that this name is, is sufficient. It's violet and sandalwood, because truly that's what I smell. It's a very clean, powdery violet combined with an astringent and aromatic sandalwood. Next one I have is this random oil. This is called Shoreline. I purchased this in a 3-pack that came with 2 other oils. I don't remember their names now off the top of my head. I like to throw these little mini ones in my bag, for like a little quick touch up. This predominantly smells like neroli to me. Like, I think this is, there's no information about this fragrance either. I can't find it anywhere online. Hold on, maybe I could like look up the notes or something. Okay, did a quick peek over to Parfumo, and I see that this fragrance is discontinued apparently. I feel like I find all the discontinued fragrances, so sorry about that. But I get a lot of neroli. According to the notes here, it's bergamot and orange blossom with some cardamom and some ylang ylang, cedarwood and sandalwood. I get neroli. I don't know what it's inspired by. I think this kind of smells like Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana. I had that bottle, and fun fact, my sister took it from me. That's okay. She can have it. She ended up really liking the Dolce. This is the same sister that I bought the fragrance for her. Then she said, no, I wanted the other Dolce. So I held on to that Dolce for a while. Then she comes back and she looks at my little perfume stand. I had it out for a month. And she's like, oh, that's the Dolce that I was talking about. And I was like, but you said you didn't want that. She's like, I changed my mind. So she took it. And that's okay. I have this fragrance. It reminds me of Dolce from Dolce & Gabbana. I'm not going to say if it's a dupe or if it's inspired by, but it is a very fresh and clean and green neroli, and I enjoy that. A new favorite is White Tulip. Now, this one came like an unexpected surprise. I bought this last year, long time ago, like last year, and I haven't reached for it. I never wore it because it was too cold at the time, and I don't know, I just never reached for it. I never wore it. I finally sat down and like gave it a good wear, gave it a good test run, and I fell in love. Oh my gosh, this smells really nice. This smells really nice. I don't know why they call it White Tulip. Well, I should say, this is inspired by Byredo's La Tulipe. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, if it's a French pronunciation, La Tulipe. This was inspired by Byredo's La Tulipe. I don't think I know what a tulip smells like, if I'm being, honest. I was reading a little about it. I don't own that fragrance from Byredo, but they said that they created that fragrance to they created that fragrance to see what would a tulip smell like. It's supposed to be inspired by the idea of what a tulip would smell like. And this fragrance, based on the notes, probably did the same thing, because they don't list a tulip fragrance, a tulip note. This one has notes of lemon and bergamot. There's freesia, jasmine, and there's honey, musk, and vetiver in the dry down. What I get from this is a beautiful honeyed white floral. This smells like you just drizzle drizzle a very light layer of honey over like over like jasmine petals. It's so pretty. This is so, so pretty. And I need to get my nose on La Tulipe to see if they smell identical. Because if so, then I'm adding I'm adding white tulip on my wish list. My never-ending wish list. It's bad, guys. Like I have like 250 perfumes on my wish list. Or maybe I should say like watch list, because I'm not going to purchase all of it. I just want to smell it. I just want to smell everything. But this smells beautiful. And I realize now that I love the combination of honey and white florals. I think they are a match made in heaven. Like if you have honey and you have white florals, like they go together, hand in hand to my nose. They are so beautiful. I own quite a few other honey and white floral based fragrances. Now I will say with this fragrance, it's not a natural type of honey. I know some people say that honey can go quite animalistic, and I never understood that in the past. Like I've owned a Prada La Femme, and I've read in reviews, and I read even on the note breakdown where it's a very animalistic type of honey. And I didn't understand that until I smelled this fragrance. And perhaps it's because it's a cheap fragrance, it's an affordable fragrance, it's an oil. But I can see that this type of honey note in it is a very light, thin honey, almost like a synthetic type of honey. Like it's not the farmer's market honey, not the raw honey that you scoop out and it's like thick and semi-crystallized. This is the, the affordable honey that you purchase on sale because you just need something to mix in your tea. It's kind of thin and it's probably 90% corn syrup. That type of honey. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it gets the job done. And that's what white tulip smells like to me. I love it. I love it still. It smells so beautiful. It smells sweet. It kind of smells like a very rich soap, like a very rich, light, honeyed soap. I absolutely love the fragrance. So I'm glad to have it in my collection. And last but not least, thanks to whoever is like sticking around. I know this is a long video. I have a lot of fragrances, and this is like a tray for 2 months. Last but not least is Philosophy's Pure Grace. This bad boy, this big boy. And this is the Eau de Parfum concentration. This is a repurchase. Impulsive blind buy repurchase, because I realized after I purchased this that this is the Eau de Parfum, and what I have owned in the past was the Eau de Toilette. And I wondered, okay, well, what's the difference between the Eau de Parfum and the Eau de Toilette? The Eau de Toilette is heavier on muskiness and lavender. It's more aromatic. It's very nice. I love the Eau de Toilette. It smells like a clean baby. Like clean baby soap. It's beautiful. Now the Eau de Parfum leans heavier on citruses and white florals with a strong base of musk. I still love this fragrance. Who does not want to smell like fresh soap and water with maybe just a slight hint of sunscreen over the summer season? I feel like that's like the quintessential summer smell. It's soap, it's sunscreen, it's sunny. And I love Pure Grace. Now, I'm going to say something like so controversial. Well, maybe controversial in my head. Probably, in reality, nobody cares. But I think that Pure Grace smells like Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. Clutch pearls, I know. What is this blasphemy that I'm saying? Something about this smells very similar to Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, particularly in the opening and in the mid. The far, like later dry down is where they are much different. This again leans heavily on that pure grace musky like DNA. This is heavy on the musk. Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino is more so on the citruses, neroli, and wood. And I thought like I was going crazy. I'm like, there's no way. And the reason why I came to that like conclusion is because there was a woman at my job. She walked in and she smelled so good. And she smelled some familiar. I'm like, I know what she smells like. What is that scent? Okay, my camera is dying, so I'm gonna wrap this up because I've been talking way too long. Sorry, guys. But that's the end. That's my entire tray for July and August. So this is a 2-month tray. I'm going to be spraying and wearing and smelling good and smelling like a clean white floral bath. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And tell me I'm not alone when I say that Pure Grace smells like Neroli Portofino. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to. I always appreciate it. And I want to stop and say like, thank you for like 820 or 830 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you to all the amazing people that subscribe and, you know, comment and talk to me, and, you know, just we all vibe well together. Thank you to, you know, shout out to Danielle. She's an amazing person. She's like the sweetest amazing person. I will link her channel down below because she's so dope for shouting me out like that. She's so dope. And bringing over some other cool friends. Hey everyone. I'm a very awkward and shy person when it comes to things like this, but I just want to say thank you guys. I totally appreciate you guys coming around and just hanging out with me and listening to me ramble about perfume, because we're all crazy people who like to talk about perfumes, and at least we smell good, okay? So again, thank you so much for sticking around with me and hanging out with me, and yeah, I love you guys.